and Azus. My name is Tibor. I'm here with Flying Finn, and we have the rejects. Oh, not the rejects. I've got to update that. We've got Corvidae versus Legacy. This is going to be a screamer of a match.
Absolutely, and once again, we're seeing Legacy with their full-strength roster, whereas Corvidae coming in with Steve as opposed to... I'm trying to figure out who's missing. Dave's put Steve. I've gone completely blank. Nonetheless, here we go into match then. Corvidae getting this one forward. It's going to get over the top of Groovy Grape, and Soma already in this match having to get the save. Go up for that one, putting it down the field, looking for Groovy Grape to get the touch, and straight away. So Legacy taking it end to end, and Groovy Grape picking up the first goal.
Yeah, that's a nice quick one. And when Groovy Grape is scoring goals, Legacy are almost impossible to beat. That's how they finished off last year as so incredibly good and almost unbeatable there. So yeah, they're looking very scary, but this is only the start. Corvidae, they've been good of late too.
Yep, here we go. Soma coming through once again. Ball coming down. Blitz is going to get it forwards, but Aaron getting it forwards for Legacy. And Soma with the 1-2s. Aaron couldn't get it on target. So now Days will have a straightforward clearance down the field. Groovy Grape makes a bit of a block there on Steve. Ball out to the other side. Aaron couldn't get the touch forward. Soma just going to have to backtrack. Control this ball. Puts it up on the wall. Steve nicely challenged. Groovy Grape coming through, but Blitz with the block. Now Days is trying to get onto that one. A little bit high. Soma putting it out towards the side of the field. Gets a bit of a pinch. Goes back in center. Here comes Steve. Pushing through. Gets another nice touch. It's just a little bit too high though. Groovy Grape, not an effective touch. Soma's got to be careful in the net. Somehow gets it onto the crossbar, but Steve will come through and he picks up the equalizer for Corvidae.
Yeah, beautiful work here. Tie game, 1 minute in, just pounding at it. Soma couldn't get it away from the net. If it was just a little bit further out, that would have gone a little bit higher, but instead it sat in net. And the player you are thinking of is Seagate.
Yes. I went and looked at that one, and it was a little bit embarrassing that I forgot him. Sorry about that, Siki. I know you're in watching the stream at the moment. Nonetheless, Corvidae bringing that one back, so they're not looking too bad. I think the goal definitely came because Groovy Grape trying to get that touch, trying to get that clearance, just sort of whiffed it, didn't get very much purchase on the ball, and it set up perfectly for Corvidae to be able to try to push it in.
Now, of course... Oh, that's a beautiful pass over to Aaron. Days almost didn't stand a chance, but it's a pass off the post to Groovy Grape, and he's just going to slot it low.
Yeah, Soma doing a lot of work there. Great touch up in the air, bringing it down. I feel Aaron really could have gotten that in himself, but in the end, Groovy Grape is going to pick up the points for it. So good work by Legacy, sharing it around a little bit. Shots coming out from everyone, and Soma on the board with an assist, Groovy with 2 goals.
Yeah. Now, as I was trying to highlight just before that, Legacy are undefeated in the cyber game of Firecuda Cup right now. And Corvidae, they've only got 1 loss. So they are very, very close indeed. Groovy Grape going for another shot. It's saved by Steve. And out to the side it will go. Corvidae can try to get something going here. There's no one back. Oh, hits it into Steve. Oh, that's a nice little team play there, but Soma is back.
Yeah, had that been on target and with a little bit more strength, it would have been very difficult for Legacy to get back in time for it. That being said, that wasn't the case, and so they get away with it. Aaron with a very nice shot down the field. Plitz trying to control it, but Soma gets onto it into the corner. Nicely blocked by Plitz. He's going to bring it out, looking for the clearance. Steve in support. What can Steve do? He's looking centerward a little bit, forwards and center, but Groovy Grape gets up for it. Now a couple of players from Corvidae on the wall. Soma will get the save and his savior badge. And now a little bit of a misplay, but Aaron will get detonated there by Plitz. Didn't see that one coming. And Corvidae can once again look to go forwards. Groovy Grape just whipping the ball a little bit. Soma putting it up. Groovy with the touch. Plitz with the block, however, up in the air. Soma does well. Going for the ball and actually dodges the detonation attempt on him as well. He's going to go up for that one. Gets the touch forwards. It's a dangerous looking ball. So Plitz will get onto it and gets the save. But straight back for Soma. Back into the corner. Aaron is up. Can't get the touch. Groovy Grape now, perhaps he'll set it up once more, but it'll be Corvidae with the clearance.
Onto Soma going far post, but Days will be all over that. It's a little bit wide as well. Days now doing some work. Aaron almost popping into Soma, but Soma with the awareness to just jump over the ball. Now should be able to get a save, but it's over the top of him.
Whew. Steve just dropping that one perfectly. Picking up that. Aaron passing it straight to him. Need to get a bit of crossbar. Yeah, I think it did.
Yep.
So you feel for Legacy there. They probably thought, oh, it's going high. And while they weren't wrong, the crossbar did help it go in. So Corvidae once again bringing it back to a 2-2 game. We got a really nice game going on here at the moment. Steve going to put this one forwards for Corvidae. It'll be Soma getting the save, trying to get a backboard rebound out there. Doesn't work too badly. They're going to have to try to get something here. There we go. Soma gets it. Aaron trying to come through, but it's now going backwards. Legacy have to be careful. Blitz going to put this one on towards goal, and it's not going to be Aaron making the save, in fact. It will be Blitz picking it up.
And Corvidae, they take the lead for the first time in this match. Beautiful shot there, and Aaron just unable to get the save. It's gone behind him. We've seen a lot of the shots today actually going behind the goaltender, just wrong footing with the momentum. It's great awareness to see from the strikers.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that they are paying attention to the game, which is very important when you're in that position. There's now Soma and Groovy Grape. Couldn't get that one forwards. Through will come Aaron, bouncing off the wall. Gets it over to Soma, putting it center. Here comes Groovy Grape. It's just going to go too high for the moment. Soma trying to set up once more. I don't think Aaron's going to come through. Plitz going for the clearance, but it hasn't really worked. Aaron now with a shot on goal. It's just wide. Steve will get the rebound and the clearance. Soma going to try to set it up once more. Gets it into the corner, but Days straight forward down the field. It's a long way as well as we're into the last minute. 40 seconds to go in this match. Legacy 1 goal down. They were pushing for it before, but they can't find it at the moment. Corvidae now in attack. Maybe Blitz. No, he couldn't get it past there. Wasn't on target. Soma has to try to get it down the field, but it's stolen by Steve. Great work there by Steve. Oh, it's got to be careful. It's just sitting there. Groovy Grape with a nice pinch on the inside of the post. Soma tries to get it out of there, but another steal by Days. Corvidae looking to just hold on as we're down inside 15 seconds now. Aaron popping it up high. Blitz should get to that one first. Bouncing down off the roof. Soma now. High ball. Aaron going up for it, but it'll be Days to it first. That almost will be enough for Corvidae. Groovy Grape trying to get it forwards. It's going to bounce. Steve now controlling the ball. No doubt will try to just bring this down to the ground. There it goes. Corvidae pick up game number 1.
Well, incredible work there. They came back from 2 1-goal deficits to take it out. And just impressive determination. Lots of shots from both sides. And Corvidae killed the game so well. They knew they didn't have to get a goal. They just had to waste time. So just popping it high at the goal. They're threatening pass attempts if they're not defended. So Legacy Esports was just left rising up above the goal and just flicking them out to the side with no real power.
Exactly. And right at the end there, as you said, you know, they're wasting time, but they're doing it in a very smart manner. They're just making blocks, keeping it down the right end of the field. It was so hard for Legacy. They couldn't get anything like a big clearance because Corvidae were in just the right positions to be able to block it and put it back down that end of the field. So great work there by Corvidae, picking up the first match 3-2. I'm going to say I was probably expecting Legacy to pick that one up. But
yeah, well, they were looking good. They were looking very good.
They were looking good. I think they've been looking good recently as well in the region. So bit of a surprise there for me. But Corvidae, you got to give it to them. Fantastic work, as that was a weird sort of situation there. Ball going very quickly, and somehow Groovy Grape getting onto the end of that one. I'm not sure, T-Ball, but that was a little bit too fast for me.
that was a little bit incredible there. It's just somehow popped over to Grape in goal, and he'll walk away with the first goal here for Legacy, like he did in the first match.
Somehow we started on the left-hand wall. It went backwards, hit the right-hand wall, hit the forwards wall, and went in, I believe.
Something
maybe
like
maybe one less bounce off a wall.
Oh, Soma's facing the wrong way, but he managed to get behind the ball and just guide it towards the goal, and that's going to be 2 early goals to Legacy.
Great stuff there by Soma. It must have been so excruciating having to wait for that ball to come to him. Just slowly bouncing down the field. His patience is rewarded, however, with the second goal of the match, and Legacy looking to take this one away from Corvidae before it's even begun. We're only 15 seconds into the match, and there's already been 2 goals. That being said, Days puts it forward straight away. Steve setting it up a little bit high, and it'll be Soma again to it first as a result. He gets it all the way down the field. No one from Corvidae challenging just yet, but Days patiently gets onto that one, down into the Legacy corner. Nice little shot there from Aaron. It means that Soma has to back pass, looking for Groovy Grape, who just whiffs past it. Steve setting it up there for Corvidae. In comes the ball. Blitz bringing it down. There is Days trying to pop it over the top of Soma. Not enough, but he gets bumped out of there by his teammate Aaron. And now Corvidae just got Legacy on the run a little bit. They will get it out. Blitz setting it up high. Steve is ready for it, bringing it down. What can Aaron do? He just gets enough to be able to make the save from Steve's shot. Down comes again. Steve putting it forwards. Aaron, though, has a little bit of time to be able to control this ball and bring it out. Will find Groovy Grape and Legacy just hold on.
It's incredible to think that there's still over 3 minutes left in this game. Aaron taking another shot on there. As so much has already happened. And Groovy Grape, he's going to get another one.
Groovy Grape getting onto that one, just beating the defenders with a little bit of pace and really nice positioning. Getting the pass splits. Bounce shot, nicely done. Steve just couldn't get to that one in time. So great stuff there by Groovy Grape, and Legacy to get into 3 goals ahead now. Exactly what they were looking for. Forwards they go at kickoff. Day's going to try to get it past Soma. A bit of a back pass situation, but Groovy Grape couldn't get it past Steve. Got to be careful. Here comes Flitz. Can't get onto it. Aaron does just enough. He's going to take it forwards now. Tries to get it past Days. Can't. Groovy Grape looking for Soma. Soma going to set it back up for Grape, but Steve is coming through. Steve wins that challenge. Then comes Flitz looking for Days. Tries to get it past the defenders, but they were ready for it. However, they centered it once more. Soma giving it back to Flitz, who couldn't get the touch. Groovy Grape now looking in the center. Aaron is there, trying to get the touch. Days gets it instead. They set it up for Soma, who's looking for the backboard play. It's a high ball. Steve, very nicely done out to the side.
That was a beautiful pinch off the goal. It's going to sit for Groovy. A little bit wide. Going for the pass to Soma. Clinical work from Legacy. Their pass plays on point, and they're just showing so much composure right now.
That was just beautiful. Groovy Grape. I thought he was going to take the shot, and I was thinking, look, take the shot if you want. It's going to be very hard to get it past 2 defenders. Then you saw that he just shifted himself, got the pass. It was a perfect pinpoint pass to Soma, and a straightforward goal there for Legacy. That's the sort of stuff that we do expect from them.
Exactly, especially when they do their little burger routine before the match. That was brilliant to see the video Soma put up onto Twitter there, them getting rid of the negative energy from their souls.
I wonder if they did it again tonight.
Maybe. They're looking pretty relaxed. Aaron, going for the left side post, was a little bit wide. Soma can't get onto it, and Plitz will run it down the field. Nice little team play to Steve-O. It's up high. Groovy Grape should be able to clear this and get it over halfway. Day's actually having to backtrack here. Groovy Grape might just be able to pop it in, but Plitz is back in time.
Yep, Plitz had just the advantage there because he was going straight for the ball, whereas Groovy Grape just had to maneuver around it to be able to get the shot on target. So it didn't really work out for him. As Aaron getting that one forward, Plitz doesn't do a very good job of getting it out of there. Steve coming through in the end, though, will get it out to the side. It's set up again, though. Groovy Grape trying to get the touch. Oh, Soma somehow nearly getting that angle. It's just a little bit too high. Otherwise, he would have gotten it. Groovy Grape bringing it down. Soma getting the touch. Oh, he may have been able to leave it. Aaron, sorry. Could have left it there for Groovy Grape, but didn't in the end. Aaron forward, Soma setting it back for Aaron, but they hit each other, so that attack just goes to nothing. Blitz trying to get it down the field. It's straight to Groovy Grape, however. Very nice touch. Getting it past one, but now 2 Corvidae players just beating him onto it. All the Corvidae players forwards here, they can't find anything just yet. Bit of a fake there from Groovy Grape, works well. Gets it over the top of Steve as well. Soma in the corner. Blitz, though, will make the block, but he can't actually get onto the ball. Stops Groovy Grape from getting onto it, however, and it works very well.
Yeah, Corvidae just unable to get anything going as a team right now. Blitz and Steve-O in the same point. They got to fix that up quickly, but 4 goals in a minute. It's going to be very hard to do. Basically prepare for the next game at this stage, or just try and get lots of goals with the risk of giving Legacy a few.
Oh, I mean, you know, they can go for the 4 goals. It doesn't really matter if they go down 5. It's still the same situation. That being said, they probably want to find themselves a goal, and they've been able to through Blitz. That's going to be a good setup looking into Game 3, because, you know, they got to find themselves somehow to be able to get through what Legacy have played here. But I think realistically, it was probably Aaron just making a bit of a whiff on the play there. Blitz straightforward open net. They're able to take advantage of that. Kick off once more. Going Corvidae's way there as it goes back to Steve, but he couldn't really get an effective touch on it, so Soma sends it back down the field. Aaron's going to get the touch. Backboard play perhaps. Day's just setting it up. Steve will get it out of there, but only as far as Soma, who sets it into the corner. Aaron doing the same. Looking for maybe Groovy Grape to come through. Nobody just yet. Blitz bringing it down. Steve can't get the touch on it. Now Aaron just bringing it into the center. Days will put it across the face. Soma back to Aaron. Clinical. there from Legacy.
It's just absolutely beautiful. Aaron getting around one. It popped up to Days going wide, and Aaron just managing to get there in time. 103 k's an hour with the redirect. But that pass from Soma was mint. Soma's been on the receiving end of some of those passes, and now he's giving them out as well. This is incredible.
This will see the end of this match then. 5-1 at the moment. Maybe Corvidae going to bring one back. Yes, in fact, they will. Days just sneaking out one through the defenders. Just as I was getting ready to talk about what we might see in Game 3, we have to talk a little bit more about Game 2. Days just getting it to the left. There's Legacy players, 3 of them there, but all in one half of the field, one half of the goal rather. Doesn't really work out too well. We have 2 seconds left on the clock, down to 1. Ball should bounce, and that will be that. Legacy picking up game number 2. 5-2. Very strong from them again.
That was just incredibly strong. They came out firing 3 shots apiece, rotating the strike. And look at that. Out of 5 goals, all of them assisted.
Yeah. And I mean, some of them were just, you know, beautiful passing plays, such as that last one. Things like that you expect to see from Legacy. What I think was important for Legacy was that this was a situation that they didn't let Corvidae back into the game with equalizers and things like that. They got a goal and they just kept piling them on. Corvidae, you know, they're a good team. They can catch up, but they weren't getting the equalizers to the point that they were just, you know, at level pegging again with Legacy. They didn't feel really in that match, you think.
They weren't getting the hard clears that you'd like to see them. They were having to fiddle around to try and get it out of their back half a lot. But when Legacy's playing like this, they're making it look easy. Just their pass plays. There was a pass play that actually went straight across the face of Soma. You just need to go a little bit forward. They're getting pass plays that aren't able to be capitalized on. They're looking so good right now. Corvidae is going to have to step it up to compete.
Absolutely. So here we go into game number 3. Last time we saw a series go up to 4 games, or at least 4 games, we saw the Rejects bring back a pretty big high-scoring match against Atletico, much like Legacy did just then to Corvidae. But Atletico were able to run over the top. So I wonder if that is maybe just a situation that we might see happen again here. Will Corvidae return, start picking up the next couple of matches, or will Legacy take this momentum that they gained in game number 2 and just squash Corvidae? Unsure, but Steve doesn't want that to be the case. Taking a shot on goal, and he forces out a big save. Another save having to come out there from Soma, but Legacy will clear it out now. Down the field, Steve is there. Going to collect it in the corner. Gets it past Aaron as well. Couldn't get a second touch. That was really effective. Splits didn't get one at all. Now, here we go. Legacy looking forwards. Days will stop it, however.
Yeah, beautiful control there by Days. He's got it around as well. Still moving up the field and gets a freeze. Steve-Ho taking a fiery shot. Don't know if that was post or in, but nonetheless, lots of power behind it. And now Days can't keep control of his car, so he's going to get it down to Aaron. Aaron now trying to get the block onto Days, but it's going to go around up to halfway, and Days misses that one. That is definitely not what he wanted to do. He had a one-on-one versus Groovy Grape.
Yeah, and Groovy Grape now in the 1-on-0 gets the ball forwards very nicely. Couldn't get it really onto target, however, or set anything up for his teammates. It's unfortunate. Aaron doing a very nice job there just to move the ball away from the net. Trying to control it now. Groovy Grape maybe trying to have a little bit of a fake on Steve, who's going to try to bring it down. Couldn't quite. Groovy now looking forwards. There is Aaron popping it up. Maybe Soma going to come through in support, but not just yet. Days taking it forwards. Here comes Groovy Grape. Bit of a deflection, and nearly Soma getting onto that one. That would have been interesting to see if he could have gotten it towards the goals. Steve, big center ball from the aerial. Soma going to bring it down. There's Groovy Grape taking it forwards, looking for the corner. Plitz is there, but a bit of a block by Grape, and it's going to come down, but Soma can't get to it. Aaron is waiting for it down the field, nearly getting detonated by Days. Steve looking for a backboard play. Oh, it's just been squeezed up against the wall. Here comes Plitz. No, Soma's going to get to it first.
It's almost like Plitz was expecting Steve to end up going for it. Days going to fly back for a save in the end there. Legacy trying to get the counter attack. But you feel like Corvidae should have scored there. Now 2 hitting each other. What is going on?
Teams maybe getting a little bit nervous. This is an important match for Corvidae and for Legacy as to what can happen. Legacy, if they can win this, are almost guaranteed into the finals. If Corvidae can win this, well, it's really the same sort of situation. That's going to just make it so much harder for the teams trying to catch up and sneak in. So it's a very important match in terms of the season for both teams. Groovy Grape getting this one into the corner, looking to get something going. Can't quite daze. There for Aaron, bringing it down. Ball going forwards. There's nobody in net. It's an open net. Groovy Grape can't get back, and Daze picking up the long shot. Oh, actually a reverse goal as well. Oh,
that is
sneaky.
beautiful. He was just spinning as well. There was no real direction to his car. I don't even know if he had control. He was doing like a 180.
The players are quite amazed by that one. I don't think Dave's coming out saying he didn't mean it. So there you go.
We'll give the calculator for that
great
one.
work. Great work there by Corvidae getting that goal, and straight away they were looking menacing again. Legacy need to get it out of there, and they need to get something going. They got less than 2 minutes, and well, I mean we went 3 nearly without seeing too much. Steve couldn't get that one on target. Almost. Legacy just looking a little bit out of sorts. They're all over the place at the moment. Maybe now trying to get something. Groove Grape to Soma, long down the field. Blitz will put it into the corner. And now maybe Legacy can try to mount an attack. Off the wall, looking for Aaron. Aaron gets a touch, but it's not towards goal. Daze onto the wall for Blitz. Forwards once again. Another open net and another Corvidae goal.
What is going on right now? It's like Legacy are just pushing up incredibly. Blitz is just flipped forward, trying to get the ball any forward momentum, and it's actually gone on goal. I'm going to call that 2 calculated goals here for Corvidae, and they have actually managed to take a 2-0 lead here after getting absolutely walloped in the previous. But they'll take it any way they can.
Absolutely. Blitz. Oh, nice shot. Just a little bit too high, but it's going to set up for Daze. Oh, big save out from Aaron. Steve going to set it up once again into the corner. Can't really get it past the Legacy defense. However, Groovy Grape doing just enough. Ball is high. Soma going to set it down the field. Got to be careful. Groovy Grape getting the touch. Aaron is setting up for it. Steve, though, going back with it. Gets the ball down the field. Aaron is ready for this one. He gets the touch. Looking for it. What can Groovy Grape do? He can't get the touch. Aaron has to take it back towards the corner, but Blitz will clear down the field now. Less than a minute to go for Legacy to try to find themselves back into this match. Soma bringing it forward. What can he do? Can't get it past Steve. Steve looking for Blitz, who couldn't get the touch. Aaron popping it up in the air and misses that one as well. Through comes Steve. Center ball, but Groovy Grape will be the one to get onto a big block there by Daze, keeping it down the field. And the same thing that we saw in game 1. Corvidae just keeping it down the right end of the field. Legacy can't really get a shot, but here we go. Oh, just going to miss there for Groovy Grape. Aaron setting up the backboard play. Groovy is up for it. Bouncing down. Nobody's in net. It's an open net, and now Legacy finds that 1 goal back. 20 seconds to go. Corvidae leading, but it's a little bit worrying now.
Yeah, and that's ample time as well for Legacy. If they can just get a quick pass play going, like bounce, get the kick off, bounce it off the wall, and slot it in. This can be a tight game right here. Corvidae, hopefully they don't let in a Corvidae kickoff. They haven't, which is good for them. And Daze and Blitz, they're both up there. They don't want to be sitting on the ball the same, but a freeze in the corner is going to help time get wasted.
Yep, and Blitz putting it back down into that corner now. Soma taking it up the wall. He's got to get it past Daze, but he can't. Daze, great job there by the Corvidae player, and then he's going to try to bring it down. Aaron just keeping it up for the moment. Soma does it as well. Can Legacy get this forward? It's bouncing up high. It's going to come down. Can Aaron get to it? No, he can't. And it goes down in the end. Corvidae picking up game number 3, taking the lead of this series once more. They've only got to win 1 more game, but Legacy, they looked really close there at the end.
They certainly did manage to make a real match of that. 6 goals coming out for Corvidae. Oh, 6 shots coming out for Corvidae. 3 for Legacy. But the story of that game was Corvidae's long goals with, we'll say, some calculated touches.
There are a lot of parallels from this series compared to the last one, Rejects and Atletico. You look, it was a close first game. Corvidae came back against Legacy. Atletico, I believe, came back against Rejects. Second game was a blowout for the team that went down in the first match. Legacy getting 5 goals to 2. Rejects 4 goals to 2 on Atletico. Then the third game, and Corvidae were just able to figure out Legacy. You know, the long shots, getting it past the defense, things like that. The same thing happened to Rejects. I wouldn't be surprised if Corvidae end up picking up this game as well.
Well, it's very interesting because the first 2 games of the night were exactly similar. So maybe that'll happen for the final 2 games. We don't know. Maybe we'll be able to get the second best of 5 here for the Cyber Game of Firecuda Cup, as we've only had one match go to the distance to that 5th game so far, and that was in week 1, Corvidae versus Scylla. So we'll see if we might be able to get this. Now it's interesting, like, I've been saying that these teams... Oh, Day's taking an early shot on, a little bit high. But out of these teams, only one team has lost once. Oh, Plitz almost getting their Days, trying to go high off the post. Devo, he's going to secure the first goal. The Corvidae have only lost to Alpha Sydney, and that's not a team that you beat at the moment. They haven't lost since February 18th.
Exactly, so it's going to be very hard to beat Alpha Sydney.
So these
Corvidae,
teams,
that's fair enough.
So these two teams very closely matched. You've got a 3-0 and a 2-1 right now, so this could go any way, but that's a good start for Corvidae right there. Just constant pressure from the word go, and 20 seconds in, or less than 20 seconds in, they picked up their first goal. Let's see if they can continue on, or if Legacy can force this fifth.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I mean, let's just look, you know, Legacy are 3-0 at the moment, equal top of the table. Their wins have come against the Rejects,
Oh, Grape, get in there! Yes, he smashed it in. We've got a 1-0 tie game. Ooh, this is going to be close. This is anybody's game.
Absolutely. You felt that this has been the case all series. Groovy Grape getting onto that one straight away. Great work there, equalizing for Legacy. But as I was saying, I think the third game that Legacy have won is against one more, who haven't been doing too well in Cybergamer this season so far. So they've been coming up against a couple of teams that are maybe a little bit weaker. Corvidae having that one loss against the strongest team in the league at the moment. You can sort of understand why this is this is happening. I think we mentioned it recently. It's like, you know, Rocket League isn't played on paper. On paper, you would imagine Legacy should be winning this, but they're behind at the moment. Corvidae just leading. It is a very close one, though.
Well, after the second game, you should have said Legacy's... well, you would have said Legacy should be winning this. They absolutely dominated that. But after that game's done, it goes back to 0, and you try and win your games. And they managed to pull it out 2-0, so, or 2-1 in the end. So Soma trying to take this forward now for Legacy, getting it down nicely, but there's no one there for him, and Day smashes it way down the field. Day still up there with Aaron, steals the boost. Ooh. Wildcat's a beautiful pass, and Plitz, the pass was almost too good.
Yeah, too good is a very good way of putting it. It's down the field. Day's going to get rid of Soma, so Legacy got to be a little bit careful here as they don't have anyone back just for the moment. Groovy Grape going to set it back up into the corner. Aaron is there, getting the touch. Groovy coming through. Just going to be wide. Is Soma coming through down the field? Yes, he is, but it's going to be stalemated against Plitz. Ball now in Soma's control, taking it forward. In a second touch, Plitz can get it out to the side. However, through comes Aaron, setting up into the center once more. Through comes Soma. Aaron going to get the touch. Groovy going to maybe pop it in. Yes, he will. And Legacy picking up the lead once more.
Wow, what an incredible mash. It's just so back and forth. Aaron getting that forwards. Groovy Grape, he really had to go for the secure. I think Days would have got there just in time to pop it in himself. But here we go. We got Legacy. They've got the lead and could force a game 5 here. Oh, that was dangerous. If that went on goal, that probably would have gone in.
Could well have, but in the end it didn't. So Legacy get away with that one. Ball bouncing down off the roof. Groovy Grape coming through. Can't get the touch. Neither can Plitz. Soma going to patiently try to put that one forward. Very nice touch there by Groovy Grape. Setting it up into the corner. Soma coming through, but Days gets the touch instead. Down the field. There is Aaron. Going to go to Steve. Centers it. Here comes Splits, but he doesn't get the touch. Now Steve will have to chase onto it. It's going to get stolen by Groovy Grape. Ball down towards the wall by Days. Steve can't get the touch again. Aaron going to take a shot on target, but Plitz coming through across the face for the save. Aaron going to go up, gets the touch again. Now Days trying to put it forwards, not too much power behind it. So Legacy should be able to get this forwards, and they will through Soma. Trying to get the touch was Aaron. Ball is high up in the field. Groovy Grape going to stalemate it there. Bringing it back down. Couldn't get a second touch. Through comes Soma. Aaron is there as well, but decided to back off, which is probably a smart decision, as now Corvidae have the run of the field, but it will be pushed out by Aaron. Groovy Grape now taking a shot. Open net, and it's going to bounce in.
Well, guess whose turn it is to get the long goals? It's Groovy Grape for Legacy. That was a bit more directional than Corvidae in the previous match. He definitely meant that one, and he's going to be rewarded for it. 3-1 now to Legacy. Come on, Game 5. Come on, Game 5.
T-Ball just wants Game 5. That's all T-Ball wants. Here we go. It's forwards again there for Legacy, and it will be Soma just setting it back into the corner. Definite signs are looking good for Legacy to get it to game number 5. Day's going the wrong way there. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to do, but they will get it forwards now. Down into the Legacy corner. Aaron Gonna bounce it back out. Steve gonna try to get onto the, can't get the touch, however, Aaron will. Groovy Grape was there, but it will be stolen by Daze. Aaron into the corner, can't get it past Daze. Doing a lot of work there was the Corvidae player. Ball coming down from Soma, but it will be Plitz with the save and the clearance. Aaron now rolling along the corner, nearly sneaks through. Actually does get the touch. Groovy might be onto this one.
No
Gets
way.
the steal. Wow, Groovy Grape, fantastic work. He picks up his 4th goal of the match. Everything so far for his team.
This is ridiculous. It wasn't even a dunk. He actually got the little flick from the back of his vehicle and got it towards goal. Wrong footing, 2 screaming defenders.
That's just supreme. He's understanding the game, knowing what was going to happen there more than Corvidae did. Fantastic work. I think that was Aaron there with a very cheeky little play, just waiting everyone out. And now he's going to set up for Groovy Grape. Maybe goal number 5, maybe not, in fact. It's still trying to push forward, however, Legacy, they're looking for it. Soma bring it down. It's a bit of a fake. Groovy goes past it as well. You can only fake it so many times before it's just called a miss. And now Groovy Grape actually puts it out to the side. Daze is there, and a bit of a pinch. It goes forwards. Aaron will come through, however, and Plitz is forced into the save. Onto the wall, he can't get the touch. Groovy decides not to challenge, and that's a good idea. He goes back over Legacy. Just have to be a little bit careful as Corvidae could mount something. There it is, but it's just going to go wide. No, Aaron also going to get it out of there. Great work by him. Backboard play. Groovy now down the field. Looking for a teammate. Can't get it. Daze forwards once more for Corvidae. Through comes Aaron. Big block there from the Legacy player. Blitz is going to get onto this one. But it's a little bit too late for Corvidae. And will be Legacy picking up game number 4. We're going to game number 5. But we got to look at it. It was all Groovy Grape this match.
That certainly was. 4 goals coming out off of 6 shots, but the shots were coming in hard and fast from all the players there. All of them assisted once again, though. Aaron picking up 3 of the assists and Soma 1. So this team is playing well together. It looks like Daze has gone to change something up. Maybe they're going to get Sicky in here.
That would be an interesting situation to happen. I'm not sure if that will, but you never know. Here we go. Going into game number 5, you've got to look. There we go. Maybe a car change or something like that. But going into game number 5, I think we mentioned it at one stage in the Atletico versus Rejects. Atletico, which is so consistent. They were again 2-2, 3-2 in their 4 matches. Look at Corvidae, 3-2-2-1. Consistently getting goals. It's not very much, but they were able to pick up a couple of wins even as a result. Legacy, 2-5-1-4.
It's really weird.
Sometimes they're getting heaps and sometimes they're getting nothing.
I've been looking at that, and it's leading me towards, if I'm looking at the patterns, it's going to be a 0-0 overtime.
Yeah, okay.
Or a 1-1 overtime. Well, of course, Game 5 overtimes are very tasty, but maybe we'll end up with one. Who knows? Corvidae versus Legacy. We got Game 5 here. This is so important. Can Corvidae get themselves up 2 points above 5th on the ladder, or are they going to have to fight it out? And Legacy, they could end up having to fight it out, but Daze is going to get the first goal.
Oh, I'm not sure exactly what's happened there with Legacy. They're putting their players forwards.
Empty net
Soma
again.
Trying to get it away from the goal, but I think he actually hit Daze instead of the ball, so that's unfortunate for him. Couldn't get the touch that he wanted to just move it away, and Corvidae pick up the first goal of the match, game number 5. Ball going up high in the air. Coming down, Soma couldn't get the touch, but all 3 Corvidae players are there. Good steal there by Groovy Grape. Can't get it past them. Steve with the save. Plitz now up in the air, trying to take it down the field. Who's going to go up for it? It will be Steve. Just getting a nice little touch, and Legacy having to scramble back to get that out of there. Ball coming down. Aaron couldn't get the touch. Soma, though, will send it long down the field. Daze up for it. Getting the second touch as well. So once again, Legacy just having to scramble back.
Yeah, some forcings back at the moment, but Daze gets in there to pest. Groovy Great with the clearance. Soma should be able to go around the wall. Just composure. Gets it over the top of Daze. And no way. No way, Soma.
What?
Stop it.
What is this? How have you done that, Soma? Look at that. Rolling along the wall. Steve going to put it straight in front of him. Just fantastic by Soma. Looking for the block, and it is perfect from the Legacy captain. He picks up the equalizing goal, and well, with that, you have to wonder which team has got the better mindset. I mean, Corvidae will be feeling pretty robbed after that.
Certainly, but they're straight back into it. Daze has an opportunity, goes into the post. Groovy was too far in to save it, and that's not going to help Corvidae's cause, but Soma now moving forward. It's not going to make it to the backboard. Plitz is going to get there first, and Aaron drops it down to Soma. Looks for the back pass here. It's a little bit wide for Groovy to get any power on net, but trying to pass it in nonetheless. Daze now gets it back. It's going to sit for Soma. He's gone goalwards. He's gone for the corner, but Steve with the save.
So close there. Here we go again.
No way!
Now Aaron has gotten over the top of everyone, snuck it over the defenders, and Legacy now lead this match. Here we go. The pass from Soma, and Aaron just perfectly timed.
That's ridiculous.
Beating Blitz, and nobody from Corvidae saw him coming. Great stuff, Aaron.
That is absolutely ridiculous. But Corvidae, they almost got the 2-1 lead. But Plitz is going for it. No way! It's tied up again! Are you kidding me? What a game 5 we're experiencing here.
Oh, goodness. This is going to end me, this series. My God. Fantastic by Blitz, getting straight onto that one. And there we go. Corvidae bring it back. Similar to game number 1, a lot of equalizers coming out. But it's both teams taking the lead at different times. Plays coming out thick and fast all of a sudden. Aaron going up for that one. Going to just bounce it off the roof. Daze is waiting for it. What can he do? There's a lot of players from Corvidae, and now they're a little bit out of position. Soma can't do too much to punish it, however. Couldn't get the touch off the wall. Daze putting it forwards. Backboard play perhaps. Blitz going to send it down, and Corvidae take the lead again.
Wow, got to protect that backboard, but it came in so quick here from Daze. He was at halfway. Aaron didn't have time to actually jump up to it, and Blitz is going to drop it in off the tyres.
Great stuff indeed. Here we go now. Corvidae, 3 minutes to hold out. They've had a one goal lead before this match, but it was pretty well stolen off them by Legacy. Now, can they hold on to this one? Ball is up high. Bouncing down. There is so much time left, though.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 5 goals already, and they've been spectacular goals at that.
Yeah, exactly. So 2 minutes of game time having gone through, as you said, for that 5 goals. Corvidae looking for another one. Aaron is up for that one. Will get a big clearance out. Who's going to get onto it, however, will be Plitz. Send it center. Here comes Daze. Maybe a little bit high. Indeed it was, and so he can't get the second touch on target either. Soma going to send it down the field. Steve puts it back up onto the wall. Turns it around. Now going to try to set it up. But Soma getting the center. It will be Plitz, however, that gets to it for Corvidae. Bringing it down the field. Bringing it down. But it will be blocked. Blocked a second time there. Daze by Aaron. Getting the save. Steve onto the wall, into the corner, rolling down. Here we go, Groovy Grape getting it past 2. Is he actually going to go for it? Yeah, oh, I think he was facing the wrong way, so he couldn't actually go after it. Aaron will have to come up and get the clearance. Now looking for Soma, popping it up high. Who's going to go after it? If anyone from Legacy, it will be Plitz that goes after it in the end. Aaron getting the touch. Maybe Groovy Grape is on for a chance here. Dropping down, Steve couldn't keep up high enough, and now will just float in for Legacy.
3 apiece. Steve-O just spidering on the wall. Couldn't get to it. He jumped off and got a little bit too far away. Needed to power straight forward. Maybe just driving off the lip of the goal would have got there, but so hard to read. 3 apiece now, and yeah, my 0-0 or 1-1 by looking at the stats, that definitely ain't happening.
No, exactly. Could still be overtime, though, however. 1 minute 40. Both teams going forwards a lot. Oh, Daze across the face. Close one, but not really close enough. Now Aaron setting it up. Blitz going to get rid of Soma, and that's that attack gone. Groovy Grape having to get back quick to be able to make the stop. Corvidae looking good in attack, but no, the attack just breaks down all of a sudden. Soma getting the redirect. Blitz with the big save. Not sure if he meant that or it just was lucky, but great stuff nonetheless. Ball is up high. Soma bringing it down. Aaron is there. Couldn't get the touch. He bumped into Blitz. Through comes Groovy Grape. It's just going to be wide. Can he get the second touch? No. Blitz getting the clearance. Now he's going to take it down the field. Looking for the corner. Will be found by Aaron, however. Up high. Groovy Grape going to get the touch. Back down into the Corvidae end. It will drop down. Aaron with the touch. Center. Here comes Soma. No, it's a big save from Steve-O. He picks up his savior badge as well. Groovy Grape putting it back into the corner. Dave's going to get it out of there now. Aaron coming through. Sets it up once more. Blitz is there. Gets the clearance. Can't get it past. Yes, he will get it past the Legacy players, however. They have to just be careful. Groovy Grape has maybe set it up for Daze. No, it will be Aaron with a very straightforward save, but a very important one. 30 seconds left to go now, T-Ball. It's still on a knife edge.
Absolutely. Next goal, so important here as Soma. Oh, he gets a pinch off him. No way! They've done what they've done in game 2, and Days has pulled out another calculated goal. 20 seconds to go. That is so important.
That could well be the series being decided by players being a little bit too far up and a very lucky bounce off a car. My goodness, Corvidae. Now, I imagine we'll just go into full defensive mode. What are they going to do? What are Legacy going to do to try to bring it back? Soma is going for it. Brings it forward. Aaron is there. He couldn't get the touch. It goes past Steve as well. Plitz can't get it now either. Soma with a big pinch. Going through the corner. It's rolling along. Plitz with a straightforward clearance. Goes straight to Groove Grape, who gets the block again. Steve is up. Rolling down the wall. Plitz trying to get the touch. Ball going to go down any moment now. Has got a bounce left. Plitz isn't going to touch it. And Corvidae, they will win the series. And they go to 3-1, sorry. Great stuff by them.
That was absolutely incredible. The last goal as well. What was that? We saw a few of them from Corvidae. I think that was 3 long goal, not aimed hits. The got goals. And the last one, ever so important. They managed to get it and they walk away with the win here. They tie it up with Legacy on the leaderboard, and it's going to be so hard for any other team now to actually come through that's in the 5th position, the equal third, 3 teams. It's going to be a long way uphill for them to make the finals now.
Absolutely. It's a 2-game deficit. As I was saying before the game started, they, Rejects, Masterminds, one more, they do not want Corvidae to win. And in the end, it's basically Legacy sealing their own fate. It was their shot into Days that ended up giving the game result. So with that in mind, Legacy to 3-1 with Atletico and Corvidae. Though with Alpha Sydney at 4-0, those are your 4 teams that are most likely going to be looking at finals.
Yeah, you certainly are. You've got, I'll have the table up for you guys in just a second here, but it's definitely incredible looking. I still can't believe that series. That both teams had the lead in game 5 there, and
yeah,
it could not have been closer in the end. There were a couple blowouts. So Legacy, when they won a game, it was 5-2 and 4-1 in that series. It's ridiculous.
When they were stronger than Corvidae, they were a lot stronger. When Corvidae came to the table, they were able to grind out victories against Legacy. It shows Legacy are definitely doing quite well at the moment. They're a very strong team. Consistency is just what they need. Like as I said before the match, you've got 2 games, 2 goals, 1 goal, and then the other 2, 5 and 4. It's weird, because you would imagine if a team can get 9 goals in 2 games, they should be able to continue that quite often. They should be able to grind out results, yet they're being beaten by a team that's just consistently getting the same amount of goals every game.
Exactly right there. And I can't believe that last game. I called it to be the game of the game of the night. It definitely didn't disappoint. I've got the standings up here now, and yeah, it's looking very difficult for all the teams that are equal 5th. You're 5th, and you've